If you watch this video to the end, you will receive a specific tool, a key from ancient times that will help you separate what you can change from what does not depend on you. It's a skill that can free you from unnecessary worries, anger, and the games of circumstances. One day I found myself in a situation where plans were falling apart. The project was postponed, people did not respond, and I felt the inner heat growing. And then I suddenly remembered Epictetus's words, and everything shifted to another plane. What exactly has changed and how it works? Next. But here's the main question that will keep us on our toes. What if everything that causes us anxiety depends not on circumstances, but on ourselves? Where does the external end and our zone of influence begin? Imagine that you're walking down the street and suddenly it starts to rain heavily. You can get angry, swear, try to blame the weather forecast, but it's still raining. Epictetus would say, it's beyond your control. Don't waste your energy on this. Instead, you can open an umbrella or gratefully feel the freshness of the air. The secret of Stoic strength begins with a simple distinction. What depends on us and what doesn't. This distinction is the basis of all Stoicism. It is with him that Epictetus begins his famous Enchiridion, a guide to life. He writes, of the things, some are in our power, others are not. Simple? Yes. But if you really understand and accept this thought, your life will never be the same again. So what depends on us? Our judgments, our choice, our goals, our aspirations, our reactions, not the events, but the attitude towards them. You don't choose whether there's going to be a crisis tomorrow or if someone is going to be rude to you, but you choose how to respond to it. This is where Stoic freedom is born, not external, but internal. You can be a slave like Epictetus himself, but still be free. Because no one can take your thinking away from you. No one can make you suffer without your inner consent. Now let's go deeper. Why do we suffer so much in our daily lives? Why do anxiety, irritation, and panic so easily overwhelm us? Because we're trying to control what we don't control. We want people to behave in a way that suits us, so that the circumstances are perfect, so that everything was according to plan. But life does not obey our expectations. Epictetus says, you're just an actor in a play that someone else wrote, and your task is to play your role with dignity. Don't complain about the script. Play your scene so that you can be proud of yourself. In this sense, Stoicism is absolutely revolutionary. It takes the focus off the outside world and brings you back to yourself. It doesn't start with other people, not with politicians, not with problems. It starts with your mindset, from what you pay attention to and what you decide to give up. Simple example, you're stuck in traffic. Nothing is moving. You can get angry, swear, honk your horn, or you can use this time for reflection, to listen to an audiobook. For deep breathing, you can't speed up the traffic, but you can control yourself. This is exactly what freedom is, according to Epictetus. Or another example is relationships. You can't control who loves you or leaves you, but you can control how you feel about yourself after that. Humiliate yourself, or vice versa, to thank you for the experience and move on with dignity. Stoic chooses the latter. And here's the main twist. Self-control is not a limitation, but a force. This does not mean living dry or without emotions. It means not being their slave. Emotions come, but you decide whether they stay. Epictetus advised, when something unpleasant happens, don't say, this is terrible. Say, this is happening, and only then decide how you want to react to it. There is always a space between the stimulus and the reaction. All our freedom is in this space. Do you want to practice? Here's a simple technique. Divide a piece of paper into 2 columns. On the left, write down everything that's bothering you right now. On the right, mark which of these really depends on you, and focus only on that. Do it every night. You'll be surprised how much your anxiety will start to melt away. Another Stoic practice is negative visualization. Does that sound weird? In fact, it's a powerful way to prepare yourself for life. Epictetus advised, imagine that you can lose everything you love and learn to appreciate it more. When you are mentally prepared for losses, you are less afraid and you live more. Or here's another thing, the dichotomy of control. Before every difficult situation, ask yourself, is it up to me? If so, go ahead. If not, let go. This phrase can become a mantra for every day. She returns the focus. It cleanses the mind. It makes you strong. But the main thing is not just to know and live by it, not just to admire the Stoics, but to apply them. When you are betrayed, when you lose your job, when your health fails, it is at these moments that Stoicism manifests itself, not in the silence of the office. And in the fire of real life, let us recall Socrates, the teacher of the Stoics. He was sentenced to death. He could beg. He could have run. But he stayed. He drank the poison because I wasn't going to change my principles for the sake of fear, because freedom was inside him. It was this freedom that Epictetus studied, and we are learning this freedom. What depends on us? Our thoughts, our actions, our choice is to be a decent person. So we come to the main point. Epictetus teaches us to focus on what depends on you and let go of what doesn't. This skill is not a philosophical trinket, but a tool for real freedom and tranquility. What will it give you? Less anxiety and loss of strength, more productivity and clarity. The ability to manage reactions is the key to inner stability. Try it today. Record the control zones in the morning, reflect in the evening, and use a real-time filter. Observe and notice how behavior and mood change. Epictetus would conclude like this: do not seek happiness outside of yourself. Seek freedom within yourself. Do it every day, and your life will become your art. If this philosophy is close to you, watch this video. There we will figure out how to deal with the emotions stoically. It will take you even deeper through the practice. Watch, apply, come back, and may your inner voice become your strongest ally.